Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Now in this video, you're gonna look at how to create a Minikube Kubernetes cluster and configure kubectl. So I'm gonna create an EC2 instance, which is Ubuntu, and then we will use that to set up our Minikube Kubernetes cluster. I'll call it Minikube instance, Ubuntu 24. Well, before I select anything here, let's first Google create Minikube cluster. Open this link, install Minikube. Okay, so here are the prerequisites. First, you need 2 CPUs, 2 gig of memory, and 20 gig free disk space, internet connection, a container environment, or virtual machine. Right, so if you are selecting your instance, make sure that your instance has 2 CPUs and at least 2 GB of memory. So you can use T2 Medium, it has 4 gig and 2 CPUs. Okay. Then I'll create a new key pair. This will be Minikube key. Create, and it's automatically downloaded to my downloads folder. I'll leave this all as default, and then for the storage I need at least 20 gig. I'll increase it to 30. Then everything else is a default launch instance. Now whilst our instance is launching, back on the Minikube documentation, we need to install Docker or VirtualBox or Hyper-V, whichever one you want. I'm choosing to go with Docker. So I want to install Docker first. When my instance is ready, click install Docker. This should take you to the Docker official website. This is Ubuntu instance. And then the commands for installing Docker is available right here. All right, let's check to be sure our instance is ready. Okay, it's ready. I'll select it, then copy the IP address, public IP address. Now on my terminal, I'm already in the downloads directory. SSH into it using the commands, and then for the user it's Ubuntu, so this is going to be Ubuntu at the IP address. Yes. Okay, see that now we are in our Linux server. So first we need to install Docker, so I'm going to just copy the whole of this and run it on my terminal. Yes. Okay, so our installation is done. Next is to install the Docker packages. Copy this, paste and install. Okay, that's done. And then step 3, verify that Docker is correctly installed. Copy and paste Docker, run hello world. So Docker is correctly installed. Once Docker is successfully installed, we need to do some post installation setup. We're going to add Docker as a non-root user. Just run these commands. The group already exists. That's fine. Now let's add the user to Docker group. Log out and log back in so that your group membership is reevaluated. So I'll do exit and then I will sign back in. So now run new group Docker. And so when I run Docker using this, Docker should work. We also want to ensure that Docker starts on boot. So I'm gonna quickly run these 2 commands. All right, so we are done with Docker. Now back on our Minikube page, we are installing our Minikube on a Linux machine. So select Linux, 64 bits, and we're using the binary. I'm gonna copy this code. Now paste this code and press enter. File here is gonna be used to install it, and then later will be removed. That's the meaning of this command. Okay, so when you run Minikube start, this should start loading. Good. So our Minikube cluster is done. It's created successfully. Now we need to have a way of communicating with our cluster. Because of that, you need to configure kubectl. We need to use the documentation to install it. Install kubectl on Linux, and I'm just going to use the curl command to install it. Copy this command. Let me use sudo. Validate the binary, but this step is optional. You can run this. Just run this command to verify it against a checksum file. If you get OK, then it means it's good. Now we can install our kubectl using this command here. All right, so kubectl is installed, 1.31 version. So when I do kubectl get pods, this will get all the pods on our Kubernetes cluster. And our Kubernetes cluster, of course, is a Minikube cluster. So you can see we have our core DNS, we have the etcd cluster, we have our API server, our controller manager, our proxy, scheduler, and then we have a storage provisioner. Okay, all of them are running. There are certain ways you can manage this cluster, and all of these commands you will find on the Minikube page. You can run Minikube pause to pause your deployments. You can unpause it, you can stop it, you can change the default memory limit. Now when you do this, you have to restart it. You can also delete your Minikube cluster using Minikube delete --all. I will use the command Minikube stop, and this will stop the Minikube cluster. By the way, the Minikube cluster only has one node. If you want to delete the Minikube cluster, type Minikube delete --all, and that should delete your cluster for you. Thank you for joining me on this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you on the next one.